Shine? Shoeshine?
No, I said I'm on now. Yes, now. I'll be there in a ferry. I don't know how long the thing takes. It's a ferry. It lumbers. 20, 30 minutes?
Shine?
What?
Shoeshine?
Do I look like I have time for vintage side quests? Yes, I am on the boat. It is literally moving. It's ferrying me. That's its thing, ferry. I am being ferried. No, I did not take an Uber because an Uber would have cost me $39 and my sense of moral superiority. Look, if I'm not there by 8:15, stall, okay? You tell them I had a gastrointestinal emergency. Tell them I was saving a sea turtle. Tell them I'm both ethically admirable and medically fragile. No, Gary, don't actually bring up turtles unless someone else does first. I need this job. If I don't get it, I lose my apartment. And if I do, I lose my damn self.
Your dignity's in that bag, trapped between a tangled charger and the ghost of a once ambitious to-do list.
Sorry?
Your bag? It looks like it ate your dignity and it's chewing on your sense of purpose. And 3 overdue forms from HR.
Great. Humor from the ferry crypt keeper.
You're assuming it's humor. I might be deadly serious.
Right, of course. This is exactly how I expected my morning to go. Wake up, skip breakfast, get ghosted by the arch rain, and receive affirmations from a ferry philosopher. Hey, you a real shoeshiner, actually?
Either that or I'm a cautionary tale from a New York Department of Labor pamphlet.
People still do that? Get their shoes shine?
Not much. The time still shows up whether they do or not. You'd be surprised at how many souls unravel in transit.
Oh, souls unravel in transit. Congratulations! You caught mine mid-frame. This is exactly what I needed today. Not a Xanax, not functioning public transit, not second chance at landing a job I'll probably hate. Staten Island of all places. No. Aphorisms from a ferry philosopher with kiwi polish and a grudge against modern footwear.
Staten Island ain't that bad. But those shoes? Those shoes are a crime against the narrative of footwear. Shine?
Didn't we just cover this?
You asked me if people still do it. I'm offering a live demonstration. Consider it performance art.
I'm wearing sneakers. Sneakers don't shine.
Everything shines in time if you let it.
Are you trying to be deep? Or is that just a side effect of age and polish fumes?
Could be both. Could be neither. Could be the fumes.
Do you talk like this to everyone? Or am I just the lucky recipient of your lucky existential fairy hour?
Only on Tuesdays. Used to be. Guys like you, briefcases, ties, haircut like a tax deduction. They'd line up for a shine before they walked into those fancy lobbies with the abstract art and the worst coffee. First thing they do, get the shoes right. The rest of the day would follow. You see, a shine doesn't stop time, but it slows it down enough to let you know who you're walking in as. That's dignity.
What is it with you and dignity? That's twice you brought it up now. It leave you for someone younger?
Always someone younger. That's dignity's cruel little joke. Come on, let me work on those for you. Just the toes. The mesh will hate me, but the laces will feel seen.
Serious?
Deadly. I've been waiting to work on a pair of tech bro trainers. It confuses the polish. And I like a challenge.
And I've been pretending that hustle equals purpose for the last 5 years. Now I'm supposed to find redemption in the form of buff rubber soles, while the hours mug me in broad daylight.
Time doesn't have to make sense. That's how it wins.
Exactly. That's the part that gets me. We build routines and calendars and 30-minute interview slots like they're armor, but time doesn't care. I spent the last 5 years trying to become the type of guy who looks impressive on paper, the kind of guy who wears sleek shoes and has the kind of jawline LinkedIn would endorse. While I was climbing, hustling, optimizing, my dad died. I didn't take his last phone call. I was in a networking lunch. I texted, can't talk, big pitch, call you tonight. He collapsed an hour later. I gave him a PowerPoint on long-term growth potential while they zipped him into a bag. That's when I stopped sleeping. I started running harder because I knew that if I ever stopped, I might actually just feel it. And you're just sitting there.
That's the time that the clock started running you.
Every time I try to breathe, my brain shouts, what's next? Not what matters, not what feels right, just what's next. I plan 3 steps ahead of every conversation. I memorize handshakes. I optimize eye contact. I prep harder for small talk than some people do for surgery. Well, that was an unsolicited case study in public unraveling. God, I'm the kind of guy who trauma dumps on ferry rides now. All this emotional excavation. We've hardly left Whitehall.
It's not the boat. It's the ritual. A little cloth and some time, and suddenly everybody's got a confession.
All this panic over a 30-minute interview slot. I was supposed to be in a lobby right now, pitching a version of me I don't even like.
So don't go to the interview.
Easy for you to say. You've already stepped off the hamster wheel.
Yeah. After I broke my back running it.
I've made my life into a spreadsheet. Time just never respected my format. I'm not giving you money.
I didn't ask for any.
Of course you did.
Hey, I don't win arguments. I just outlast the noise.
Go ahead. See if they're worth saving.
You ever notice how time slows down when somebody's touching your feet?
I can safely say that it's not something I've pondered.
It does. It's part vulnerability, part humiliation, part nerves remembering they exist below the ankle.
So what's your name anyway?
Sal?
Sal the shoeshiner?
That's what the Post called me back when ink still mattered.
You were in the Post?
Yeah. Page 12, 1996. Next to a guy who saw Jesus in a sandwich.
Prestigious company?
You always move that fast?
Excuse me?
Your words, your limbs, your thoughts, all in a race. Even your sarcasm's doing cardio.
It's called functioning in the modern economy.
Yeah. It's called pretending the clock's not in charge.
Well, is it?
Depends. Some people run with it, others chase it, others shine shoes until they forget they exist.
Do you make a living doing this?
What's a living?
Income, rent, taxes, hell.
Then no. I shine because it's the last thing I know how to do that still makes sense.
Sense?
Yeah, you know, the rhythm, the motion, a beginning, a middle, and end. You start off with dull leather, and you end up with a reflection.
What happens if you start with plastic and breathability?
And you end up with irony.
I mean, objectively, they look the same. But spiritually, I feel like I could walk into a boardroom and give a TED Talk on authenticity.
You're welcome. That'll be 15 imaginary dollars and one eternal truth.
I knew there'd be a catch.
This boat. Been riding it since the 70s. Back when you could still smoke inside, and someone would still yell at you for wearing a Mets cap.
Those were the golden years.
Golden adjacent. There was this one guy, a real Wall Street type. Never said a word, sat like a statue, 1 foot on the rail. Every Tuesday morning, 8:10 a.m. I shined his shoes for 12 years. Never did get his name. Then one day, he got up, handed me a 20, and he said, "You ever notice how this boat smells like old gum and ambition?" And he got off, and I never saw him again.
That's either beautiful or deeply unsettling.
Exactly, just like Staten Island itself.
And why not leave? Hang it up. Why not start a podcast like every other retired philosopher?
Because a podcast doesn't smell like sea salt and diesel. You see, here on this boat, I exist just between. Not here, not there, Manhattan, Staten Island, Whitehall, St. George. Here I exist just between. See, when I was young, I thought the time owed me something for coming in early and staying late.
Did it?
Nah. Time's like an old house cat. Comes when it wants to, and it ignores you when it doesn't. And occasionally, it'll knock something off the shelf to remind you who's boss.
You just compare time to a passive-aggressive fast cat?
I stand by it.
Do you ever get off?
Oh, sure. But only when the coffee runs out and I start hallucinating Sinatra.
Wait, what?
Well, that only happened once. And it wasn't even old Sinatra, it was the Vegas years. He said to me, "You're doing God's work." And then he vanished into the vending machine.
You know, the irony? The place I'm rushing to, the interview. I don't even want the job.
Then why rush?
It's like I keep trying to get ahead of this version of me I've never met. Someone I was supposed to become. But he's always 10 steps ahead of me, drinking espresso and wearing nicer shoes. These aren't the shoes of someone who makes partner. They're the shoes of someone who gets coffee for the guy who does.
Yeah, well, I've shined both.
And now I've missed the interview, which means I'll miss the job. And then I'll miss rent. And then I'll miss, I don't know, my own life, probably. I'll miss it while I'm standing in it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You don't even know me.
I know enough. I know you want to be seen, but you're running too fast to let anybody focus the lens.
God, that's it, isn't it? That's the whole thing. Every time I think someone's about to get me, I've already pivoted to some new version. Like the human equivalent of a beta launch.
You ever allow yourself to be version 1.0?
My dad used to wear wingtips. Real shiny ones. He polished them every Sunday night. It said it made Monday feel less like a punishment.
Smart man.
I used to think it was about the shoes. That it meant that he liked what he did. I don't know, I never asked him. Never asked what it was that he was running towards. So I don't even know if he liked his job. I assumed that he did because he kept going. I think I'm tired of running.
Then sit.
I'm already sitting.
Not like that.
You've got this whole one car and a boat thing going. You some kind of fairy therapist?
Nah. Just a guy who talked too little and listened too late. You see, I had a son, sharp, bright, just like you. Always running, always reaching for more. Kept waiting for him to catch his breath. Never occurred to me I could offer him some of mine. I should have slowed down and made him space to land.
What happened?
Don't know. We lost track. Phone stopped ringing, and I kept polishing it, thinking it would bring him back. You know, I see the same spark in you. And if you keep missing everything, thinking you're going to miss anything, you're going to wake up one day and wonder how your life got past you. There. Not bad for shoes that walk like hope but dress like hesitation.
They actually look kind of incredible.
I'm a man of miracles and microfiber.
You didn't have to do all that.
Oh, I didn't do it for you. Did it for me. To remember I still can. To remember that time hasn't taken everything.
You do this every day?
Nah. Most days, rain or shine. Well, shine always, technically.
There's a metaphor there somewhere. I'll probably think of it later, post it online, act like I thought of it myself.
Well, just make sure you spell my name right when they put you on a panel.
Thank you
For what?
for reminding me that the clock doesn't get to decide everything.
It only gets to decide the end, but we get the middle.
May I have your attention, please? The ferry will be docking shortly.
Hey, what if I paid you just this once?
No charge for epiphanies.
Still gonna count it as a business expense.
It's up to you. You